Hi friends, welcome to my floor. I brought you down here today because I want to show you a little exercise you can do. It's a really nice thing to do to help move energy through your digestive system. And that's both helpful for digestion, obviously, of food, but also digestion of life. We have an entire nervous system in our gut that helps us to process and move emotion. So these exercises or these little things I'm going to show you here are really great tools to help move everything that we are digesting through the body with assimilation, with clear elimination. So yeah, we'll check it out. I'm going to show you this first one, which is actually something you can also do from a seated position. And it's a really good one to do if you've actually just overeaten. So if you've eaten too much food and your belly is really full, this is going to help get the stomach acids and the gastric juices flowing and help you break down your food more easily. So if you're seated at a table, and I'll just kind of show you what you can do, you can take one hand into a fist and the other hand over like this, and you just lean into the edge of the table. So if you're at a restaurant, you can actually do that really discreetly, or even at home, just kind of lean into the table. That's going to put a little pressure right here, right where the stomach is, where your rib cage opens up. And you just breathe into that, breathing into that place. And again, that's going to help to get those juices flowing to digest more easily. If you're able to, if you're at home, or if you're, unself-conscious and you want to lay down at a restaurant, I mean, probably not a great idea. But if you're able to lay on a floor, even better, but it's the same basic concept. So what you're going to do is bring one hand, but this time instead of starting with a fist, just start with your palm and bring one hand right to where that rib cage opens, so the palm is right there. And then you lay down, and you can just bring your head just either like this, or you can make your hand into a little pillow, or even your hand into a little fist to rest on your forehead. I'm going to do it this way so you can hear me more easily. So with that hand there, you're just going to breathe in through your nose, right to where your hand is, and out through the mouth. You're probably going to feel a little bit of a pulse here. That's because we're right at a major artery, the artery that brings blood into the digestive organs. So that's totally normal to feel the pulse, to feel the blood rushing through here. In fact, it's actually really good because you're putting pressure and you're causing more blood, more chi to flow down, more circulation to go into the digestive organs. So breathing here. If you want to add more pressure and it's feeling good, you can use your other hand so that both hands come underneath. Same thing, just bring one cheek or the other or your forehead onto the floor. Breathing into that. If that's too much pressure, just take one hand out. If you want even more pressure, you can take that top hand into a fist and let the fist go gently into the stomach. Now, if that's too much, just undo the fist. Either way is fine. You want to be at a place where it feels good, you feel pressure, but not where there's pain. So just breathing here. This is also our third chakra, or the energy center, that has to do with our identity, the stories we tell about ourselves, our self-worth, our belief about ourselves, and really belief about how we fit into the world. A lot of that lives here in the third chakra. This is also connected to the health of our gallbladder, which, as a lot of you know, I've been focusing on these last couple of years, really bringing a lot of healthy attention into my gallbladder, into my stomach, to help digest, for me, the emotions like frustration and anger that are not so natural for me to be with. When we aren't with those emotions, they can get kind of stagnant and stuck in our bodies in different ways. So take a few more breaths here. It could be nice to just take a big sigh like that. Good, and then release the hand. Switch your head. If you had your neck in one direction, turn it the other way. And just notice what that feels like. I'm going to keep my head this way so you can hear me. If your lower back is feeling sensitive at all, you can always come up and into a child's pose for a few breaths. You can actually even do this pose if in child's pose, where you take one hand like that or both hands like that. It's not going to be as much pressure, but if it feels better for your low back, you can always modify it that way. I'm going to come to the other direction so that I can have a different turn on my neck to show you the next one. So for the next one, we're going to be working above the pubic bone, but below your navel. So in that space, kind of the womb space, if you have a female body, but above the pubic bone, below the navel, one palm right there. And then again, laying down, just bringing your hands underneath your forehead like this or like this, and breathing down into that space. You can let your legs open a little bit if that's more comfortable. This is a great one to help with elimination. So if you tend towards constipation, lots of gas, or even if you have quick moving bowels, if you have quick moving bowels, be gentle here. Don't do any more than one palm. But this can help really to regulate the elimination process in the body. It's also really great if you have cramps, if you have menstrual cramps, or even just abdominal cramping for any reason. This can be a really helpful one. And our second chakra is also the chakra or energy center that rules creativity, sensuality, sexuality. So if you're feeling blocked around your creativity, around fertility, around sexual expression, sensual expression, this can be a really great one to breathe into. Same with the other one, you can slide the second hand underneath to put a little bit more pressure. And if that feels good, make one hand into a fist. And same thing. Good. Take a couple more breaths there. Imagine the breath going right into the hand, right into the lower belly, the intestines, the sacrum, the lower back. And then release your hands and switch your head in the opposite direction. Just notice how that feels. And then come up and into child's pose. In child's pose, if you want to have that little extra pressure, you can keep your knees together. Again, you can always do that second pose in the same way if you need to modify. Let's take a few breaths here in child's pose. As you breathe, really feel the breath coming not just into the front body where your belly and your legs are touching, but also into the back body, into this lower back sacral area. Just imagine that whole band, this whole part of your body just expanding and contracting, coming back in. Beautiful. So I hope that helps you digest your meals today and life today, just digesting everything that comes at you with as much ease, assimilation, and elimination as is needed.